Hi, this is Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, the President, Founder, and Chief Listening Officer here at our network at USA Global TV and Radio. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Thank you so much to all of our guests, to our team members, to our sponsors, and to all of our elevated listeners. Here at USA Global TV and Radio, we provide world-class education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. We celebrate all of our team members, all of our guests, and all of our sponsors from around the world who come and lead their lives with their hearts to help other people walk into their greatness. If you'd like to be a guest on any of our shows, please go over to our website, usaglobaltv.com, and book your session. Please contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com and subscribe to our channel.
Hi, and welcome to another episode on Talking Heads. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and I'm saying the Talking Heads episode, which is Plant, Mineral, Animal, and Human Soul Awakening on the phenomenal, beautiful, big, aspiring, ever-evolving Dr. Jacqueline's USA Global TV and Radio. Right. Okay. So for those of you who who don't really know me, my name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and my role in this life, I feel, has been about helping people to awaken to their true soul self, to their true heart, to their true purpose. And before all that, before we even wake up to this, there is, what can I say? There is a formula, in other words, just like you go to school and university and you learn in a certain subject and you learn all the components and the elements and the tools, and then you have your exam. It's the same as when you are awakening to your true soul self. Now, what we have to do with awakening is we have to almost forget what has been ingested, what has been told to us in a 3D life. 3D life is a 3D limitation of self, where we do not raise ourselves up to our highest potential. Normally, we go with living a more fear-based life, and all our decisions are based upon our outside reality. Now, the difference is between a 3D and going into a 5D, going into listening to your true heart, awakening your soul self, is about going within. So every decision, every feeling, every thought has to come from your heart center, your true, authentic heart, not your ego heart. So for today's episode, we're going to talk about plant, mineral, animal, and human soul awakening. So let's get down to it. Let's start talking about plants. Right. So plants are here for us to help us to heal. We learn so much from plants. So it's good for medicine for ourselves. It's good for if we hurt ourselves on our skin. It helps us, especially aloe veras. They're excellent. And I myself started to really get into aloe vera growing, and I did that about 2 years ago. I started off with a little cutting that my friend gave to me, and in 2 years I've got now 26 aloe vera plants, and then I have the nursery. The aloe vera plant is here to help us to heal within, heal naturally rather than relying on man-made pharmaceutical. Now, I don't want to go too much into protesting about pharmaceutical, because it's about everybody has a different symptom, and some symptoms require prescriptions. They prescribe from the doctor. So sometimes you have to do that. But then for after, it would be good for you then to start with doing more natural healing. So with plants, we can do natural healing. Minerals, people are realizing with crystals, we have to do, helps us in helping to take out blocked energies. So each crystal has and serves its purpose. So for example, when I can't sleep, I put my amethyst crystal, and the amethyst crystal is there to help me. It sort of emits a certain frequency, and it helps me to sleep. Same as lavender, a plant, helps me to sleep, especially if you've got insomnia. It helps you to sleep. And crystals now, people are realizing our energy, our auric field is a crystalline energy. So in a 3D, as humans, our energy, our auric field has been carbon-based. When we start to awaken and start to take notice of what's going on within, we start to be connected to our crystalline energy, because our crystalline energy now, our crystalline bodies, we are now going from a carbon-based body where we're becoming, as humans, a crystalline, a clear crystalline body. So a carbon-based body is heavy products. You can put heavy foods in, you can put junk food, you know, of course, you're going to get the side effects. You will do eventually, but with a crystalline body, energy, the auric field, actually a crystalline body is what you call a light body. So it's a light body in our human embodiment. Therefore, our bodies are not so dense. And if they're not so dense, it means that we don't need all this heavy produce. So what we'll receive is, if we eat something that is unhealthy and that's quite heavy and dense, now, because of the crystalline body, we will now get effects, whether it's to do with skin erosions, or it's to do with being physically sick, or going to the toilet a lot, and very uncomfortable. I think IBS it's called, irritable bowel syndrome. We will find that we will get a lot more of this, because our bodies cannot take these heavy foods. Anything that is going to be chemically induced, processed, is now going to start to almost have effects. Where it worked before, it's not going to work anymore. Now, the same thing is with animals, right? And I'm a vegetarian, well, a pescatarian actually, and I'm not one of these people saying, oh, you should you should not eat meat, blah, 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 because it's upon every individual choice. And it's only when they feel the whisperings and the nudgings from their own internal body, their own internal system, then maybe, yeah, it's time for them. It might be their journey to become to be a vegetarian. But what I will say is this: now that we've becoming into a crystalline, we will find that sorry, everything is energy, right? Everything is energy, and we're finding that out. Our scientists and spirituality and science is now combining, and they're finding out that everything is energy. Therefore, we have to be careful now, because if we as human collective consciousness is going from 3D limited self, where we're going to be rising and waking up to our crystalline bodies, to a 5D, we're going to find that a lot of things that are surviving, that are in 3D and that are heavy and dense, is not going to flow with this new body of ours, our crystalline bodies. Therefore, we're going to get a lot of conflict. And your body's going to say, oh, I don't like that. Oh, no, reject that. Now, it's also going to happen when certain animals are killed for the sake of vanity, for the sake of to eat, to consume meat. It's going to be where we as humans are going to feel that energy. We are going to feel that energy. Our hearts are now getting sensitized, sensitive, and whether we like it or not, we are going to feel, because we're in the era of the soul, and the era of the soul is to feel in our feeling body. However, to be objective to this, those people, those souls that have decided not to awaken, they will still get the symptoms. That's the thing. Even though they continue eating the meat and everything, or eating, they will still receive these symptoms. No one is escaping. Nobody. Because planet Earth, is now changing her frequency. And because of that, we are changing our frequency. So you may find that whereas you could eat a heavy meal, now you may find that you can't eat as heavy a meal or as much amount as what you normally ate before. So going back to the animals, basically, you will get reactions with the meat that you will consume that has been killed in a way. So where the fear was in the animal at the point of it being killed, that energy is now going to be made transparent. So everything in this world right now, 2023, is the year of transparency. So everything within that animal and what it felt, you are going to feel that too. You won't feel the pain as the actual killing in your mind. It depends how sensitive you are. You may do. I don't know. Every individual is different, but the energy is not going to be good for you building your light body, your crystalline body. What you can do, right, is when if you decide you're going to eat this meat or it's been given to you, just take a few seconds. You don't even have to let people know around you, that's around the dinner table or around you, what you're doing, because some people will go, oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. Prayer before you eat. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. No. This is gratification, thanking the animal for giving its life. Therefore, when you eat, you have alchemized the energy, that heavy, dense energy, that fear-based energy is not going to be dense, and it will not conflict with your carbon and crystalline. It will flow into your crystalline instead of staying within, being dense and becoming thicker and having symptoms. So you've given permission then so everything is in a balance now. So yes, that animal was killed. Yes, that animal felt fear. Of course, anyone would. Yes, that fear goes into the animal's DNA, into its cells, into its flesh. When you consume that, you will receive that energy from that animal. You will pick up. It will attach to you the fear. And that's because we are ascending. We're waking up. So even if we're not woken up, we're still going to go through it. So make it easier for yourself and just spend that 2 seconds, not even a second, just, thanking that animal, respecting that animal, and just thanking that animal. Because if everything is energy, that animal's energy will know where it goes. I know. Isn't this mind blown? Isn't this crazy? This is super, super mad. Honestly, it really is. Everything is energy. Everything is the primal source of that energy. Anything of that energy that goes into somebody other, their bodies, that primal source energy will know exactly where it is. And if it's a fear-based energy, that fear-based energy will go into that person, A, B, and C, and D, because they ate. They had eaten from that energy. You see? So everything has to come into balance, awakening. I am not against people that eat meat. This is not a program of me protesting. I come from a place of unconditional divine love. And when I feel that my heart is so sensitive and connected, and I feel that, it's, I don't know how it happens. I just receive when you go into a meditative state, or when you turn away from outside reality, the media, well, all that, you turn away from it and you have your sacred silence. That is when you become connected to your true soul self. Your true soul self will help to awaken you and bring you onto a journey of empowerment. Empowerment and whatever needs to be looked at, whatever needs to be purified. And you know what? We're not going to like it. We're not going to like what they say. We're not going to like, absolutely not, what your soul self, what your soul wants is not what we want as a human. This is a very important lesson. What your soul wants is not the journey of you as a human, because human 3D, it's what we've been taught eons and eons and eons. Your soul, however, awakens you and teaches you and guides you for you to work and become who you really are, which is a creative being made here to manifest, to experience joy, love, abundance, to help to be in unity, communities, to help so that we can experience on a higher dimension of the frequency of light and love and light. This is the most important key factors on this planet. So on a balance, there is either love present, unconditional love, divine love, universe, or the absence of love. Unfortunately, in this world, and this is what we've all been taught, in the way that we always have labels. We always have to label something. We don't say, oh, that's got absence of love, and then just leave it. Just leave it. It's got the absence of love, and that's it. But no, we have to go through, that's got the absence of love because there's just too much anxiety, there's too much of worry, there's too much of this. And then we start judging. Then we start condemning, and then we start judging. One thing that's going to happen in a 5D dimension is there's either love present or the absence of love. And if there is an absence of love, then that heart, that soul needs to awaken, or maybe they don't. And this is what we've got to be really careful now, because so many people are waking up, and it's fantastic. It's fabulous. It's the way it is. It's the way how it was. It's the divine plan. But there are so many people that are not going to wake up. And we have to be careful not to think of ourselves superior and literally bully them. It's wrong. It's judgment. Life is about bringing balance. So there, of course, there's still going to be the world of 3D. It's still going to exist. Of course it is. It's not going to go away overnight. It's not going to go away in a few years. If we have lived eons and eons and eons 3D life, then there's lots of clearing and purification of that 3D life. There's shadows. So it all needs to be clear. The world needs to become fully transparent emotionally, physically, mentally, within plants, within animals, minerals, our soul self. We need to become transparent, fully transparent, in order for us to purify as a human collective consciousness of 3D. so then we can awaken. So there's so much going on in this world. It really is. It's so many energies buzzing, conflicting. It really is. But we have to stay in our hearts. We have to have a balance. So in other words, if we get so carried away with what's going on the outside reality, with all the mass media and all these, some that are truths and some are untruths, we don't know. Do your research. Maybe you can find out. Maybe that's your path, you know. But or maybe you just ask your heart and see if it resonates. Remember, if you ask and you find yourself expanding and feeling lighter, then you know, there's something there. Haven't quite found that out, but there's something there. Therefore, if there's something there, then you need to go into it, become a detective of your own life and go into it. There's so many people that actually haven't dealt with their own lives on emotional, mental, physical, yet they feel they have the qualifications to deliver someone from their lives. Honestly, if you haven't worked on your inner self, it doesn't matter how much you try to help someone, they are not going to receive the fullness of your help if you still have certain shadows, if you are still dealing with your inner demons, your discordant energies, if you are still dealing with your own personal pain, how can one then say, I have the remedy for this? No, because what we have to realize is we are all in work in progress. I don't care. There is no one on this earth that is perfect. No one. No one. And I'm talking about being a human. No one. That's why we're here. But one thing that is perfect, and that's our true, authentic self. Our soul is perfection. And our souls tend not to listen to the soul, our soul self. We don't do it. In fact, we tend to just listen to someone who's I don't know, from the outside, who's giving their views and everything. So here it is. This is what it is: plant, mineral, animal, and human soul awakening. So I want to say thank you so much. You can find me if you contact me. If you want to discover who you truly are. I am a soul voice awakener. I'm still working on some things as well, like everyone else, but I am a soul voice awakener, and I can help bit by bit. I'm not saying I can fully heal, because let's face it, no one can really fully heal, because to fully heal, you need to fully heal within yourself. And it's your heart and your soul that will speak to you as you are receiving the tools and the knowledge and the soul and the heart from someone else. So that's what we've got to know. So that's why it's a balance. It really is. Life is a balance. 2023 is a year of transparency. Nothing is going to be hidden. Nothing. So because of all this, we have to be in our hearts. We have to make sure we have 5 minutes a day at least to go in and check out what's going on. These lessons, that's why we're here. We're here to grow, to learn, evolve, become a better version than what we have been. And we're all here to help each other. But understand, we cannot heal the whole spectrum of it. Step by step, little by little, each day. And with help from here and you taking notice of your soul and your heart and your inner guidance, that's a recipe of success. Okay, much love. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan. You can reach me on madalenecarolchan@gmail.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week. So thank you. I'll see you next week. And thank you. You're hearing me, Talking Heads, USA Global TV and Radio. Bye-bye.